Assalamu alaikum. How are you, my dear students? Today, our lesson for grade 5 students. Grade 5, lesson 2, 4, and 2, 5. Add decimals and subtract decimals. Okay, I will show you the steps how to add decimals and subtract decimals. Here we start. If we have, for example, 3.07 plus 1.9. How I add these two decimal numbers. First step, line up, write the numbers lining up the decimal points. Line up the decimal points, I mean you have to write the decimal points below each other. Line up the decimal point. This means I put the decimal point exactly down to the other decimal point. Here 1.9. Look, the decimal points, I align them up here. They are down to each other. Now here I put the decimal place point in the sum. I align it up with the decimal places in the addends directly down to them. Now I start adding from the right, from the hundreds. I add from the right. Here no hundred, so I put 0. I can annex zeros. Here I add 7 plus 0 equals 7, and 0 plus 9 equals 9. Now I'm adding as we add the whole numbers. 3 plus 1 equals 4. So the answer 4.97 or 4.97 hundredths. This the answer. So we have to take care. First step, we have to line up the decimal places, decimal points. I need to write them below each other. Then I start adding from the right, from the hundreds, then the tenths, then the ones, then the tens. I need to regroup if needed. After I line up the decimal points, then will be like adding whole numbers. Another example. 3.78 plus 10.65. So as I said, write the numbers, line up the decimal points. I write them below each other. Here 10, you see the ones under the ones, and here the tenths under the tenths, and the hundreds under the hundreds. Now the first step, I put the decimal point, align it up with decimal points in the addends. I write the decimal point in the sum. Then I start by the hundreds. I mean from the right. 8 plus 5 equals 13. 3, and I regroup. If needed, when necessary. Here I mean by regroup, I put the tens up. So now 1 plus 7, 8 plus 6, 14. Now I put 1 up. 1 plus 3, 4 plus 0 equals 4. And in the tens, there's no tens here, so the answer is 14.43. Now for subtracting decimals is the same idea of adding. Subtracting decimals, I just do the same steps. Example, 7.22 minus 4.2. 12. This easy example, as I told you, we write the numbers, we line up the decimal points, I write them exactly below each other. 4.12. I subtract from the right hundredths first, regroup if necessary. Now 2 minus 2 equals 0, 2 minus 1 equals 2, 1, 7 minus 4 equals 3, so the answer is 3.10. Now another example, I'll show you how we regroup. We borrow from the next digit. If we have another example, 10.33 minus, let's say, 9.4. Now I write them as I said, line up the decimal point. Look, the first thing I write decimal point, then I write now 9 under the ones and 4 under the tenths. I can annex zeros here and the hundredths and 0 here. Then I subtract 0 now before I subtract, I put the decimal point in the difference directly below the decimal points up. I line it up all the decimal points. Now I start subtracting from right as in addition. I regroup if needed. 3 minus 0 equals 3. Now 3 minus 4 we cannot. So we take one from the 0, but the 0 cannot. So we take this one, this become 0. Now I'm regrouping, this become 10, but we give 1 to the 3, it become 13, and this become 9 because it became 10, then we take one from it became 9. Now 13 minus 4 equals 9. Now 9 minus 9 equals 0. So the answer is 0.93 or 0.93 hundredths. By this, we have explained how to subtract and add decimals. I hope it's beneficial for you. If you like the video, press like and don't forget to subscribe my channel and turn on notifications. My channel on YouTube, Mr. Muad JB, Math and English. Thank you.